right, The Strangers, Chapter 1, which is most likely a prequel before the movies that came out, years ago. I just want to put this on record and say this is my first Strangers movie. I have no connection to the universe. I haven't seen the other movies. I know they were popular. The first one, people said was the best one, and the sequel wasn't as good. But I don't know. I have no point of reference. So this is my first time jumping in. And, yeah. What did you think about it? Because you've seen them with other movies, right?
Mm-hmm. I saw it years ago, The Strangers when it first came out. Saw part 2. Can't really remember part 2, but part 1 was really good.
Okay.
Like, I actually sat there and enjoyed it. It was, like, really, it was creepy, and you got people standing in your living room with the kid. Like, It was good. I'm not happy tonight. I'm not, and I can't even say I was thrilled. I was so excited to go see it. Another film where I'm talking about it all week, and I was excited to go see it. That was me. That was me. I was that guy. And I'm watching it, and I'm trying to be patient with it. I was really trying to be patient with it, and for the most part, I really didn't enjoy it. I really didn't.
All right. I'm pretty much the same way. It just is one of those joints where it's kind of a by the numbers horror film, and it doesn't bring anything new to the table. So I mean, you've seen all this stuff before, and that's not always a bad thing because there's a lot of things we've watched we've already seen before, but it's all about how you spin it and do different things and how you execute. Sometimes the execution. Well, all the time, the execution is the main thing. The execution here, it just wasn't, you weren't really engaged with it. And I'm like, okay, you got these random motherfuckers, and then you got the creepy, strangers showing up and doing the Jason Voorhees shit. 1 second they're here, 1 second they're not. And I don't know. It's just it wasn't really captivating for me. We've seen a lot of horror films, so by this time, we've pretty much seen it all. But there's still enough out there that, there's some directors out there where they can do enough new where you watch, you're like, God damn. You know what I mean? And a part of me thought, is it because I haven't watched the other ones why I can't really, get with this? No. And there's certain things they do where I'm like, well, maybe that's a connection to the other one. Because this is a prequel, but the whole thing, it just... I don't know, man. I was just sitting there kind of like just waiting for it to end. And I hate being like that in a movie theater. Now, I'm not going to say it was a dog shit movie because there was some, some brutality in there. Well, even I was like, God damn. But that wasn't enough to make the whole film like, oh, yeah, man, this shit was crazy. Yeah, it just was one of those things where like, yeah, it's a movie where, crazy shit happens. You got these creepy motherfuckers, they can be replaced by anybody. It's kind of like interchangeable. Like, you get the same scenario, you swap in different characters, you swap in a different victim, and, you get a different movie. It's one of them joints. I hate to say that, but that's really what it felt like to me. You got this couple over here, and they're getting terrorized by these motherfuckers. Yes, they're creepy, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's something about this just fell flat for me. Like, it wasn't really... When I got out of there, I was just like, okay, all right, it's done. Let me go home now. It wasn't one of them joints where out of the theater, I'm like, oh, shit. Yo, can you believe that happened? Oh, man, I can't wait for the next one. It was just like, okay, let's go home.
And everyone else that was in the theater had the same reaction. When the movie ended, my God, when the movie ended, all you heard were jackets being put on, popcorn containers being placed back in the hands.
Yeah.
No one walked out with a positive attitude. All I heard was, man, fuck this. Damn, let's go. People rushed out the theater.
And it's crazy because there is a post-credit scene. I'm not going to spoil it now. But as soon as the credits hit, people power walked out of the theater, not even waiting for that. And I was looking at the speed that people were going at. I'm like, damn. Mm-hmm. Just on some Flash type shit with you know what I mean, with the stance and the red costume. They got out of there quick.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? People earned the right to leave quick. People earned their right. When I go to... I'm a simple dude. And I hate to say this, I'm not the most in-depth person. I'm not a deep individual. I'm a straightforward, simple person. Okay. I really am. That is not my character, Mr. Deep Thought, Mr. Deep Thinker. That's not me. I'm a straightforward, upfront bull. I love going to the movies, as I always say. I really do. I look forward to it. Like I literally look forward to going to the movies. Like some people look forward to going on vacations. I don't like to judge movies before I see them. Like sometimes I do. I like to go there and enjoy myself. I like to see people around me enjoying it. But tonight just wasn't it. Tonight wasn't it. They had so much that they could have utilized, but they didn't. Creepy area, creepy cabin, creepy ass characters who were very underwhelming towards the middle of the movie. Then this couple just pissed me off. And I'm looking at her like, shorty, you had scarier scenes in Riverdale. No, I can't defend it. I won't call it dog shit, but I can't say that I was impressed or pleased.
The best review I can give of this movie is, yeah, you should watch it, but watch it when it hits streaming platforms. When it hits a service that you already got. Don't run out and pay top dollar to see it, because it's not really worth that. And you know what I mean? It's not a joint where I'm like, yo, you gotta see it the week it drops. It's not one of them joints. It's like, catch it when you catch it.
Yeah, catch it when you catch it.
Cause it's just one of them joints. I mean, that's the best thing I can say. You know what I mean? To keep it spoiler free. That's my review of this joint. You know what I mean? Just catch it when you catch it. It's nothing you haven't seen before. It's not gonna bring anything new to the table. It's not gonna excite you, and you're gonna watch it. And you're like, okay. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Anything else you gotta say before we get into spoilers?
I agree. Catch it when you catch it.
That's pretty much it. So there you have it. With that being said, we're gonna get into some spoilers in 3, 2, 1. I'm probably gonna even keep this part short and sweet. You got these two motherfuckers. They show up and they're so uninteresting. When they're on screen, you're just waiting for them to get fucked up. You know what I mean? You're just waiting for them to get fucked up. And I hate to say that once again, because I don't like shitting on stuff. But I'm like, you're just waiting for them to die. I'm like, yeah, y'all gonna get fucked up. It is what it is. So, you know what I mean? You got the creepy imagery. You bang on the door. Motherfucker is silhouetted. Is so-and-so home? He's like, no, get the fuck out of here. They stand there all creepy. I'm like, all right, man, get your bum ass out of here. So they leave. You know what I mean? So they set this shit up in the beginning. He has asthma. He need the inhaler. So you pretty much know at some point in time he's gonna drop this shit, because they tee the shit up. They pretty much let you know the whole cue card in the beginning. He's gonna drop this inhaler. He has asthma. Make sure you
just wait. He gonna drop that shit.
So yeah, vital. You know. So she left his inhaler in the car. The car is getting worked on at the car shop, and they're at an Airbnb. So that right there tells me, because this is supposed to be a prequel, but when the first one came out, there wasn't no Airbnbs. So I was very confused, because I was led to believe this is a prequel to the first movie. The first movie came out in 2008, some shit like that. But okay,
and it was a prequel for sure, right? It was a prequel for sure, right?
They said Chapter 1. Chapter 1 tells me prequel, unless I'm wrong about that shit. Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, it could have been Chapter 1 for the new generation.
I swear when I saw the trailers, they were like, see how it began or some shit like that. You know what I mean? See how the legend started. These crazy motherfuckers here. See how they started doing the crazy shit. I swear that's what I saw in the trailer. Unless I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But I was led to believe this was a prequel. Either way, I'm gonna stop harping on that. That's the least right.
We ain't gotta worry about it was a prequel. And that shit was dog.
It's at least the smallest issue with this film. So, he has to go into town. They don't have a car. There's a random motorcycle outside. And there's an Airbnb. I guess the complimentary motorcycle comes with the Airbnb. I'm like, okay, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Do you know how to ride a bike? Like she asked me, do you know how to ride a motorcycle? And I'm looking like, okay, it comes with the house, I guess.
It comes with the house. And he on some, how hard could it be type shit. I think he said he rode before or whatever like that. So, they're doing the lovey-dovey shit. And they pretty much set up that, they've been together for a while, and she wants to get married, but he's like, oh, well, you say you didn't want to get married. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, this is going to come up at some point in time. They pretty much get all this shit out at the beginning, like, take notes, this and this and this, the marriage, the asthma, all that. So in the back of your mind, like, okay, all this shit is going to come up. That's why they rattling all this shit off now. So, okay. So he rides off into town. she's chilling on the phone. The creepy shit happens. Motherfucker go bang at the door. Randomly, motherfucker got in the house. He's doing this shit. Walk past the camera, shit. Grab the phone, put it somewhere else. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, you a neat freak? Like, what's happening? So, she's getting scared. She's on the phone with a friend, rich as fuck. I swear she said, like, you want me to send a private jet or whatever like that? And I think that's what she said. I was kind of like struggling to pay attention. And I mean, so, that happened and she's getting fucked with. So, the first thing she does is hit the blunt. And I'm like, okay, you getting creeped out so you smoke? About 65% of people get more paranoid when they smoke. So I'm like, if you already getting creeped out, motherfucker banging on the door, I don't know if a blunt is the right thing to hit. But okay, I'm not going to judge you. Everyone has their own coping mechanism. Do you? So she does that. She hops on the keys. She's actually kind of nice playing the piano. So she's go ahead and playing that. Random motherfucker in the house is chilling. He looked like he was enjoying the music. I expected him to start clapping after the song was done because he was just chilling, listening to the whole fucking song. Just like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, you're nice with the keys. I'm like, okay.
Wait for it to end so he can fuck shit up.
It's like, all right. So he's sitting there chilling to listening to the whole song, and they fucking with her. He's in where his car is, taking the shit out, has the interaction with the car shop owner, almost fucks him up. Like, yeah, I almost fucked you up. You used to let me know.
I thought you was a car thief. And
so, that happens. He goes to grab food because she says she's hungry. And, this how you find out she's vegan. I'm like, okay, all right. So he grabs a burger for him and whatever for her. Lettuce sandwich.
Pause right there. When he went and got the sandwich. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You can be honest with me.
All right.
That scene when the lady taking the order and then the guy who's supposed to be cooking it, I thought those two were going to have a role. You get what I'm saying? Because the camera angle, the way he zoomed in on him, and the way she gave him this facial expression, I'm thinking they were going to be a part of the film. Because they made you believe these people were important.
I don't know about important. I could see where you would go with that. To me, it just seemed like they were annoyed. Like, they didn't give a fuck. Like, yeah, she's vegan. I don't give a fuck. Just give me your fucking order so I can get the fuck out. I had a long day. I'm trying to go home. Shut the fuck up. That's the vibe I got from her.
A burger with no burger.
A burger with no meat, whatever like that.
She was like,
go get this shit. You hear this dumbass shit he's saying? Like, what the fuck? About to smack him with a head of lettuce. Like, so that's the vibe I got from him. So he orders the shit, and it goes back to the fucking house, and she's getting terrorized and blah blah blah. When did the lights go out? When she was taking a shower? I don't know.
No, she was taking a shower. She got out the shower.
Yeah.
Quick scene. Now she's out the shower now, and she's in the room. Turns around, sees the face, sees the mask and shit.
Well, when the lights were out. After the lights got cut off, then she's going downstairs with the phone to try to find a thing. She sees all the masks sitting there lined up there, and she's trying to turn the fuse box on, and then sees the person with the mask on. She runs upstairs. You hear how I'm talking about this movie? Like, I'm not really interested. I'm trying to rattle this shit off, get this shit over with. So she runs upstairs. She goes in the smallest room she can find. She's sitting there, and oh my god, and then her boyfriend opens the door because it's actually him, and he said, "What happened?" She tells somebody with a mask. Okay, so he hears that. He goes downstairs. He's like, "What's going on?" He turns the lights on, and he sees a picture, and I'm looking like, he's like, "Is that what you saw?" And in the back of my mind, I'm like, "There's no fucking way she confused a picture for a person with a mask."
He was like, "Were you smoking?" Maybe
I'm
that's
like,
what the cause of it
come
was.
the fuck on. But then, they kind of passed it up with like, "Oh, were you smoking?" Like, yeah, I got high. And I'm like, okay, I'll just let this shit go. I'm like, it don't make sense, but okay, I'll maybe. People get paranoid. Fuck it. So, what I mean? They're chilling and they get invaded. Like, motherfuckers are tired of waiting because he scared the little motherfucker off. And then now they're like, fuck it. So shit is getting crazy now. And then this is where I'm waiting for the movie to ramp up. I'm like, okay, now's your chance to start really, putting the screws to him and doing all that. So now one thing I will say is when a dude busted him with the fucking hatchet or axe or whatever like that shit got me a little bit because I jumped because I wasn't expecting that. Like, they at the door and all of a sudden the axe through the fucking door on some Jack Nicholson shit. I'm like, okay, all right, here we fucking go. So, they run upstairs to the bedroom. No weapons, no nothing like that. They're just sitting there, oh my God.
This is when he lost me.
So, he busts through the door way better than the Creeper ever did in Reborn because he has an actual axe and his actual fucking door. I'm like, okay, you could Creeper could learn something. No Jan Jackson wave, nothing like that. He just bust through the door, look, and then just left. Just, you know what I mean? I guess he's letting them know, like, I could fuck you up at any point in time. You know what I mean?
That's what I got from it.
So I'm like, okay. So, you know, they listen, okay, I think he's gone. And they go out. I'm like, I'm like, okay, all right, okay. It's one of those movies where you just watch and you're like, all right, man, okay. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just nothing. So they go downstairs and, you know what I mean? But Mama jumped to you know, further on. They end up like in the crawl space, and this part is actually kind of dope. Like they're crawling through the thing to try to like sneak past them
under the crib. Yeah.
And then there's a nail there, and she ended up putting her hand right through the nail. And I'm like, oh shit! And you got to keep quiet. I'm like, okay, all right, maybe it's going to get better, but it didn't really get better. Like that didn't even save the movie. So I mean, they go from place to place, and they getting fucked up, and people are sitting there just stalking them the whole entire time. And this whole entire time, this whole movie, you're looking at the strangers. I'm like, all right, man, y'all.
Yeah, and they had scenes that actually make you the fuck mad. Like when they were driving in a Jeep because he killed the guy by accident, took his Jeep. Now all of a sudden he's in the Jeep and he's watching the stranger ram into his truck. He got 50 seconds to move.
I mean, that I bought it because like as fast as they was going, you can't prepare for that shit. You're not Superman. So I'm like,
no, I'm talking about when the guy backed the truck up. So it was kind of like,
because when he backed up, when he looked, the motherfucker was already full speed going at him. Like he didn't see it ahead of time, so he just looked and then boom,
yeah, they hit him. And then when the guy backed up, he was letting him know, "Yo, I'm about to hit you again. I'm about to hit you again." Yeah, I guess the car broke down.
Yeah, I mean, that I bought that. I'm like, okay, shit's fucked up. You know, it's a state of panic, and dude sitting there. Cause like you never know when his leg got stuck. Cause the way he hit the car, it could have been the first impact with that got his leg stuck. So you know, not really much you can do.
Yeah, the leg stuck. That part made sense because if the door is crushed.
Yeah. So, you know, it's eventually they end up getting gripped up. Now, all the other stuff in the movie I can forgive. The one thing that was probably the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a film, especially a horror film, is when he got that chick dead to rights. He got the shotgun. He's pointing at her. My man has a whole fucking 10-minute speech. And I'm looking like at any point in time, you could have turned that shit around and hit her like a bat. Like use like a bat or done something. You sitting there trying to assert dominance. Like, yeah, you know how when they say your first kill's the hardest? Yeah, you'll be my second. No, you won't, bitch. Yes, you won't. Because you're sitting there talking, you got a whole fucking scroll that you 10 paragraphs that you want to read and shit. All the other stuff in the movie I can forgive. This shit right here, I'm looking like, yo, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Now you got a whole speech. You doing a Broadway play.
It's shorty in front of him pop locking and shit because she know he's a fucking joke.
Yeah, because like, she's not scared. Like, turn around. She turns around and puts her head right at the barrel of the gun. It's like, what? Go do it. It's Palpatine, do it. Like, she doesn't give a fuck. She's not scared of you because she knows you're a bitch. You sitting there trying to talk big and bad. She's like, I don't give a fuck. Do it then. So while the speech is happening, my man does the meanest Superman punch. He runs from home with his fist out. Boom. He either hit him with his hand or the gun. I don't know what. It was so fast, he clocked him. And he went to sleep. Because he was probably mad too. He was like, bitch, you could have shot her. Like, what are you doing? Don't be talking around here. We don't talk, so you don't talk either.
So you don't talk either.
So...
Now they both gripped up.
So they both gripped up. They both tied up. They're doing the emotional thing. At this point, I'm so disconnected. I don't even get invested in the whole emotional aspect. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. Like getting invested in these movies is something I usually do, but they were so like annoying. I'm like, I don't really care. Just wipe these motherfuckers out. And that's bad for a horror film. So they're sitting there doing the thing. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Will you marry me? And I'm looking like.
The stranger's looking at them like.
So you notice how after he said that shit, my man just.
Then he turned it.
Yeah, and then turned that shit. Like, get that bullshit out of here. Like if he wasn't giving a dumbass speech, then you probably could have actually done it.
Then he kicked his chair over.
Kicked the fucking chair over. Dude bled out, so he's dead. Now, one of the things in the movie that actually fucking made me like, oh shit.
Yeah, I know.
So they talk, they looking at the girl and she's doing the usual thing. Why are you doing this? What the fuck is going on?
She says, fuck you.
And they said, well, because you're here. This is pretty much letting them know, we don't give a fuck. We're crazy. Like, that's just what we are. You're in the wrong place, so you're going to get fucked up. My man dropped the knife right up Main Street. And I said, I don't think I ever saw somebody get stabbed over there in a movie before. I saw that shit. Because you know how when a motherfucker get, like, kicked in the nuts in the movie, you feel that shit? When this chick got stabbed there, I fucking felt that. I'm like, yo, I feel bad for any female in that theater, because y'all probably felt that shit, because my fucking McNuggets went right up. Like, I'm like, yo. I said, damn, that's fucking crazy. You know how thrown off you gotta be to fucking do that shit? That's crazy. At least he didn't turn it, though. Like, he just one of them joints, prison shank with a fucking chef knife.
Oh my God, yo. You heard it.
Yeah. That was probably crazy damage there. And then kick the chair over.
And they were bleeding on the floor.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is with the way the brutality that they had showed towards the end of the movie could have been spent throughout. I know there were only 2 characters.
Listen. They could have got mangled the whole movie, like, or it could have been somebody else, or it could be something happening. Because, like, yeah, there were moments where the brutality was crazy, but there was so few and far in between. It's just like, oh yeah, these motherfuckers are creepy, but are they really a threat? Like, I didn't really buy that they were a threat until the very fucking end when they had them tied up and they was over there mangling them. I'm like, okay, y'all are fucking wild. Because, had the fucking bird up there tied up and they walking through the house stalking. I'm like, hey, are y'all really that bad, though? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Because you didn't really put hands on them. I mean, one did punch her right in the fucking face, though.
Wait, right in the mid.
So that was crazy. But it's like, it's not until the end where you're like, okay, all right, y'all are fucking throwing the fuck off. Y'all are thrown off. So they do that, and then they hear the sirens, and they just roll out.
I ain't gonna hold you. Now, that part, as much as I couldn't stand the movie, that part to me was actually funny, but it was also gangster as shit. They heard the cops, they said, yo.
Not only did they get out, but they fucking spun the block. I mean, they did, like, really fucking quick.
Cops coming this way, they was like.
I mean, the whip game was crazy. So
yeah.
I'll give them that. I'll give them that. But, you got that, and then they flash forward, she's in the hospital, and it says to be continued. And I'm like, but is anybody really going to want to see a part 2? And then the part that lost me is, like, after the credits, you got a post-credit scene where she's in the bed, she gets up, and you see somebody there with the mask on. I'm like, is that something I got to see the other strangers to know what the fuck this is? Like, because there's no way they're in the bed with her. Like, they didn't find her in the fucking hospital. Like,
so you went to the front desk, hey, could you help me find this bitch?
There's no fucking way. I refuse to believe that. But either way, it's going to get continued. So is it going to be like a Halloween type thing where, strangers kill, stranger ends? What's going to happen here? Apparently, there's more to her story. I don't know what else they're going to do, but there's more.
Where are you, bro, when it comes to horror films nowadays? Where are you mentally? Like, because it's always me. I hype shit up and say, bro, we gotta go see it. Where are you when it comes to horror movies nowadays? Are you actually excited to see what they drop nowadays? Because I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to lose confidence in whatever they put out. And I want to know if you're close to the breaking point of being like, I don't trust none of this shit coming out now.
When it comes to horror films, I'm really, really picky. Like,
okay.
I got to cherry pick ones that, because we've seen so much and a lot of it is starting to be the same. Mm-hmm. And even sometimes when they try new things, for me, it might work or it might not work. A lot of people like The Barbarian. I didn't like it.
I couldn't stand it.
Like, I thought Barbarian was good up until a certain point and they lost the plot. And I'm like, okay, fuck it. You know what I mean? Ones like that. So I'll go see them because I do love horror, but it's just not everybody can do it the way I like. So I'm not gonna see everyone that comes out, but I still like the genre. So I will cherry pick the ones that I do get hype about. Like I'll go see a lot of them, but like as far as being hype initially, like I wasn't hyped to see this initially because
this was me.
The trailer I saw, I'm like, I've never seen any of the other ones, so I got no connection to this. But if it's great, if it's actually good, then cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I was just like, and then going to see the movie, I'm like, I still like the movies, but not all of them are hitting the way I would like them to hit. Unfortunately,
I was starting to feel bad because I'm always piping these fucking movies up, saying, "Yo, we gotta go see this."
It's good to have faith in the movie because you never know. You never know. It could be surprising. Like
Abigail surprised the fuck out of
Yeah,
us.
for
Abigail
real.
surprised the fuck
For
out of
real.
us.
And that was one where I was just hoping it was going to be good. Like, I saw the trailer. I'm like, this has promise. I hope it's going to be good. It was great. It was great. So all hope is not lost.
Amen.
There's still some diamonds out there in the rough, and I'm here for it. You never know what something's going to be until you go see it. So
It's a lot of rough out here.
yeah, unfortunately. But this right here wasn't it for me. This wasn't it. And when part 2 comes out, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not even invested in the story enough to say I want to go see how the story finishes out. Like, I don't really care. I hate to say, I'm not really invested, but I don't know. We'll see how we feel when the trailer for that comes out. Maybe it might turn it around, or maybe this movie's not going to make enough money to warrant a sequel. I don't know. I don't fucking know. See, the Sentinel even is on the same type time we on. I don't know.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary?
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for you.
Nigga, bro. TVA?
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while
The
unconscious.
TVA.
Just who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me.
It looked like a prune stick.
Yes, TVA.
Wade, you are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
You don't give a fuck.
Oh! Ooh!
God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait! Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up.
Let's go!
I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.